Hey guys, welcome to my channel. I am going to begin my YouTube journey talking about the new season of Big Brother All-Stars. So I'm going to start this video talking about episode 1 all the way up to eviction night because I'm a little bit behind, but it's fine. So I watch the live feeds often, but it's not, my videos are not intended to be a live feed centered video. So I'm just going to tell you about what is actually happening on the TV so that everybody can watch it. A little bit about me is that I started my Big Brother obsession, I guess you could say, watching season 16. Derek and Cody were my number ones the whole time. Obviously, you can only imagine how I felt when the season started and all these rumors happened and who was supposed to be on and all these things. So I have always been a live feed watcher, as I mentioned before, and I have also gone back and watched previous seasons of Big Brother. So I know a little bit more than just from season 16. I still do need to watch some of them because honestly, some of the new house guests on this season, I was like, who the hell are you? But speaking of Cody, let's dive into the new house guests, shall we? I was really, really happy to see Nicole Franzel. She was fun. I listened to her podcast, her and Victor's podcast. It was really fun to see her. And then Tyler, duh. And obviously Cody, duh. I'm surprised that any of you, if you guys heard a scream on episode 1 night when Cody came on the screen, it was me. It was me. I definitely was so excited. I also was very shocked to see David. He was eliminated night 1. You think this is an all-star cast, so you don't really think David. So David was there, and I was like, all right, David, let's see what you're made of. I'm interested to see what he does in the game, or what he also brings to the table. Then you get to the other house guests, and you see Christmas and Janelle. Christmas is not, I don't know, I can't really base my opinion on her from her last season because she got hurt. She didn't really do anything. But Janelle, I cannot hang with her. Her and Brittany on Amazing Race, I was over it. I'm just like, no girl, bye. So, not happy to see Janelle. She talks too much. They did this episode 1 live show, everybody moving in, everybody doing a pre-comp for the head of household. I don't know that they've ever done that since I've been watching, and I'm not really sure why did you have to choose 6 people to play in the HOH when there's 16 people in the house, whatever. For this pre-comp, you had to go and look at the TV in the backyard and see, hey, where is this object in the house? You run in the house, you see where you find it, and then you go back and there's this little maze. And so you have to get a ball through the maze into the hole in whichever room that this item was in. You have Christmas, Kevin, Ian, Nicole Anthony, Cody, and Memphis. They all won. There's your 6 that are gonna compete in this head of household. Fast forward to head of household, it was this little set of platforms, and some were stable, some were not, and you had to run across and see who could get to the end and push the buzzer in the quickest time. Cody won, duh, in 22 seconds, smoked everyone else. I was a little leery. I was like, okay, Cody, I don't know that you need to win this first head of household, but it was why not? It's all-star season. Go, get it. As the other people didn't beat his time, they had to pick an envelope. So at the end, Julie's like, here, open your envelope. And 4 of them were have-nots: Nicole Anthony, Memphis, Ian, and Kevin. And then Christmas won $5,000. Congratulations, girl. I'll take $5,000. Go to episode 2, nomination episode. So you have a lot of people chit chat here and there. Let's, team up, let's link up, whatever. So first up, Cody and Nicole Franzel link up. That's a total yes from me. I'm all for it, so let's do this. The safety suite twist is totally revealed. Apparently the rules of this safety suite is it's in play for 3 weeks. So the first 3 weeks of the game, there's going to be a safety suite. Whoever wins the competition is safe. They get to choose a +1. But the only bad thing is when you have a +1, the +1 gets a punishment. So if you know Big Brother, you know that punishments, they can be pretty obnoxious. So this is interesting. You can only go in the safety suite one time. All right, that's fair. The Haunted Household cannot play. Duh. Then when a siren goes off in the house, it's open for an hour. People kind of start freaking out. People start this, that, and the other. You see Cody and Enzo starting to chat. I like this duo. The Jersey boys, like, let's get it. And then you start seeing Janelle and Kaser chatting away. Like, when this season started, I did not know anything about Kaser. So when they started showing that he and Janelle had played together twice already, I was like, oh no, they gotta go. Like, they are huge. They gotta go. Janelle and Kaser start freaking out. They both go talk to Cody. They try to, like, pick his brain about what he's gonna do. Cody being the smart guy that he is, he ain't gonna tell them what he's doing. Like, no. If that's one thing that he learned from before, like, you cannot share everything with everybody. And Janelle and Kaser, nah, bye. Cody and Memphis chatting. I don't know about this. Like, they have something in common because they both went to the final 2 with their ride or dies. They both ended up not winning, coming in second place. Like, I see where they may want to work together. I get it. The safety suite has a timer. It's getting down to 30 seconds. They show Kaser and he's like, oh, gotta go. So he goes and scans his little card. And then Janelle goes and scans her little card right after. And, like, that is my biggest, like, what? Why? If you're working together, why do you go scan your card at the same time? Come on. Like, one of you could have done it this week. The next one of you could have done it next week. Like, at least you know you're both safe for 2 weeks. Like, now, Janelle used hers, he used his, he beat her. Of course, he chooses her to save. I mean, duh. But, like, why would you use them at the same time? Whatever, moving on. So the competition in the safety suite is called Don't Miss a Beat. It's a memory game. You have to remember the pattern. It's a little DJ setup. It was actually kind of cool. But Kaser wins. He beats Janelle, and obviously he makes her his +1. Well, now she has to have this punishment. And so she gets the Big Brother All-Star mascot punishment. And she has this big blinky lighted cone that she looks like a star. Nicole Franzel and Cody start chit-chatting about who he's going to nominate. So because he can't do Kaser and Janelle either or, he starts talking about Kevin and Keisha. And I'm like, bro, this is All-Stars. Like, why are you not taking a chance? Like, there are so many other people that you could just be like, bump, get out, bump, get out. Kevin, poor thing, he starts cracking under pressure, starts freaking out and crying. And so this makes Cody feel bad because Cody's tenderhearted. We all know that. And so he gets, like, he feels bad. So then I start kind of thinking, I'm like, okay, is this Kevin's game? Like, is his game to, like, crack under pressure, kind of cry, make people feel bad, and then they won't choose him and they'll just continue to work with him? Like, if that is it, you go, sir, because that is a good game, okay? Then at the nomination ceremony, lo and behold, Cody nominates none other than Keisha and Kevin. Another problem is, here comes Kaser and his big mouth. I'm just like, dude, this game is not all about you. Like, you do not run the game. You are not the center of attention. Like, I ain't here for this. So, bye. Like, no. So, at this point, I am not a fan of Kaser. Not gonna be, not now, not ever. Episode 3. Moving along here. Veto episode. So, it shows Cody smoothing things over with Kevin after nominating him, and they are chatting in the HOH bedroom, and they're just like, we're gonna have a down low-mance. Like, I'm here for that. I'm here for it. Like, y'all have your down low-mance, okay? Then you see Tyler being Tyler, working with everybody. I'll be your final 2. I'll be your final 2. I'll be your final 2. He's like the Oprah of final 2s and deals. Like, okay, sir, didn't you realize that last time that did not do you very well? Like, that did not go over well. He didn't learn, people. Like, he's a good player. Like, learn from what happened to you last time. Whatever. So then you see Cody and Enzo talking to each other again. Yes. Like, I am so here for this Cody Enzo duo. Like, please, please, please. So now they named their alliance. They are The Root. I hope that they make it so far. Like, so far. Even though I don't really know much about Enzo, but he seems like he really likes to play with Cody. So, like, I feel like they will make a good pair. And here we have poor little Kevin again, grasping at straws. And he corners people in the bathroom of all places. So he starts to talk to Ian and he starts to talk to Enzo. And it's just like, it's kind of really cringy. I'm just like, why? Like, why? Like, this is the weirdest place to talk to somebody, number one. Number two, like, I really don't think those are the two people that you should be talking to. Like, you've already spoken to Cody. Like, I feel like Cody has made it known, hey, you're not my target. Like, I don't really care. Like, he said 100 times, like, I don't have a relationship with Keisha. I'm good to send her out the door. So, like, Kevin, simmer down. Like, simmer down. Then they pick players for the veto competition. So, I'm assuming all of you all know how this goes, but if you don't, the head of household and the two nominees, they pick out of a little bucket names of other house guests to play in the veto competition. So, Cody draws Tyler's name. Yes, please. Kevin draws house guest choice. He picks Enzo. He kind of makes it a little awkward because it's kind of like, Enzo, will you play for me? Like, just pick his name and go forward. Like, he's being so timid. Come on, dude. And then Keisha draws Ian's name, which, that's cool. This lineup of a veto competition, I was here for it. I was like, yes, this is a first veto. Yes. The veto competition is ridiculous. It is the BB Peloton. It's called It Is Bananas. And Davon is your hostess of the mostest. And basically what they're doing is they're saddling these big ass bananas to gain time on their timers so that they can take these little bitty flat pieces of fruit, like they look like toys, like toy plastic flats, and stack them up in a basket and see who can get the most stacked up within a 30-minute time period. But within this, you still have to go sit back on your banana to make sure you still have your time, and it goes up and it counts down from 90 seconds. So we keep on moving. You get to like 10 minutes left. Cody forgets to check his timer. Eliminated. Ian does the same. Done. Enzo, he has stacked up 18 pieces of fruit or produce. Okay, so he pushes the timer. He's done. He's like, I got this. Kevin forgets his timer. Boom, done. Keisha and Tyler, they're still in it, but the 30 minutes is over. So Enzo wins the veto. Yes, I'm here for it. Cody's your HOH, Enzo wins your veto. Power duo. Nicole Franzel and Ian decide they're going to join forces. Makes sense. They've both won. They're the only two winners on this season of All-Stars. Pair up. Power couple. Okay. So they become the Million Club. Super cute. However, Nicole Franzel still states that Cody is her top ally. Good girl. I would stick to it. Cody's a good one to have. They played on season 16 together. It makes all the sense. Come late at night, one night, they show Enzo walking through the kitchen and he spots Ian and Nicole chit-chatting, or supposedly chit-chatting. And then he runs up to Cody and runs his mouth, and I'm just like, come on, dude. Like, they honestly, like, maybe it may have looked like they were actually talking, but they weren't. Like, she literally just asked, are you okay? And they were getting ready for bed. But he goes to Cody and makes it this big old deal. Like, we don't need that kind of drama around. So you gotta calm that down, because I like you, sir, but we don't have to do that. The veto meeting. It's where the veto holder either gets to use the veto to take one of the nominations down, great, or you cannot use it and keep it moving. Well, he chooses to not use the power of veto. And he says it's too early, which I totally agree with. Like, you don't want to do that on your first episode, like on your first week where all these people are still here. Like, leave it there. These are two really easy nominees. Like, I agree with this. Fast forward. Thursday night. Live eviction night. Here we are. The big time. First eviction of the summer. Start of the show. It shows Cody and Memphis. They finally give their duo a name. Memphis says, "What do you think about the commission?" I think it's kind of dumb, but okay, whatever. So if you watched the season that Tyler and Bailey were on together, they had this big old huge rage of drama. Bailey's mouth was bleeding. Tyler was like, "I'm not sorry," and all this kinds of stuff. Like, it was just a whole mess. Well, they tried to work out their drama, and Bailey, being a bigger person, she's like, "This is a new season, this is a new thing, all this old shit gotta go." So they decide, maybe we should act like we hate each other and work together. I don't know how far that's gonna go, but whatever. Then you have Nicole Anthony, cutest little thing, and Kevin, also cutest little thing. They decide that they want to work together. I like this pair. I don't see a problem with this. I think it's great, but I just don't know how far they're gonna get. Then you have all these little alliances forming, of course. It's getting, first week's done. We're about to eliminate somebody. So Memphis is talking to Cody and he's like, "We need a bigger group. Let's have a bigger group." So he wants like a group of 6. He says, us 2, Tyler, Christmas, Danny, and Nicole Franzel. All right, sounds legit. Cody obviously saying that he's going to be loyal to Memphis, but he's also going to use him as a shield. So he sends him to do the work. Smart man. Keep your name down out of it. Like, let him go and do and be, because you don't need to be in all that. Then you have Janelle, Kaysar, and Keisha trying to rally votes to get this girl to stay. Like, she's been real quiet, like she seems real nice, but she's in there talking to Janelle, and she starts saying Taylor. She starts saying that she likes Taylor. Who is Taylor? There is not a Taylor that lives in this house. And Janelle's like, "You mean Tyler? How are you on an all-star season and you do not know who Tyler is? And you don't know, you've been living with him for a week." Hello. Davon, she gathers Cody, Bailey, and Enzo. We already know that her and Bailey are working together. We already know that Cody and Enzo are working together. Sounds like a good plan to me. Personally, Cody needs to join his 2 bigger alliances together and have that full group. I think that would be spot on. That is a way higher percentage than half of the house. Like, they would run it. Like, these are all strong players. I think they would kill it. Like, I need a bug in his ear. Like, I need to be able to be like, "Hey, Cody, I need you to do this," because I think it would be a good idea. The vote. As you know, everybody goes into the diary room, they cast their little vote, and they keep it moving. So Keisha, poor girl, she is voted out 13 votes to 0. Like, whoa. Even her little friends Janelle and Kaysar voted against her. Like, that is sad. I don't really have anything else to say other than the fact that when she had her little final words and she was like, "I can feel these vibes from certain people," like, she was just being real negative Nancy, and I'm like, that's not the time or the place to do that. Like, you should have spoke earlier in the week, made a little rustle, and maybe you would have been able to stay, but you were just too quiet the whole time. So I'm glad that Kevin stayed. I think that Kevin could be dangerous. I think that Kevin could be a force to be reckoned with if he aligns himself with the right people. I hope he takes this and he aligns himself with some very strong and powerful house guests and moves it and keeps going. Like, I like him. I like him way more than some others. So then after the vote and everything is over, Kevin stays. There's a new head of household competition. It's a very short one, so they do it on the TV. It is they have to watch a video and then answer true and false questions about the video. Honey, this video was horrendous. Like, I could barely watch it. It was so terrible. It was like cringe worthy. I couldn't stand it. Memphis wins the HOH. First, I was like, okay, this is cool. He's cool. Like, I like Memphis. He's all right. But moving forward, I don't know. He's got a little attitude to him. I don't know. But I'm not going to put out any kinds of vibes into the world that says that I don't like him, because that's not the case yet. However, he wins, and I was very shocked to learn that was his first ever HOH ever. And I'm like, you got second place. You were in a very powerful duo, the Renegades, that everybody knows about. But yeah, you still have never won a HOH. Okay. So you go ahead. Proud of you. Clap, clap, clap. Here we are. So there you have it. There is my week 1 of Big Brother smushed all into one video. Moving forward, I hope to put out more videos during the week so that everything is not so smashed into one. I hope you did enjoy this video, and if you did, will you give it a thumbs up down below and subscribe to my channel. Like I said, I'm going to try to put out 2 videos a week during the season of Big Brother because there's so much to cover. You can follow me on Instagram to get my updates, and I'll update you when the new videos are coming out. It's at ActuallyRach. I will link it down below in the information section, and then you can follow it and see when my next videos are going to be out, see some other things that I'm doing. I hope you'll join me throughout this season of Big Brother All-Stars. I'm really excited to just chat and share what I think and the highlights and all the craziness that is Big Brother All-Stars. Again, I'm really excited about this new journey, and I really hope that you guys join me on this. I'll see you next time. Bye.